Okay, we completed part one of the breach. And you say, well, why are we calling it the breach? Well, when an orca comes out of the water like that, it's called the breach. They're breaching. And this is what I painted this morning. I showed you that already, but this is our reference photo. This is what I started with, and this is what I painted. I'm going to show you something here that's a deep, dark secret in the art world. Very, very few painters sketch out everything and then paint it. What most of them do, or what I do with some things. Some things are just going to be hard to get the proper proportions. And so, we cheat. Actually, this is carbon paper. Most of you probably would know what carbon paper is. You just haven't seen any in a long time. And what it does, I can transfer an image just simply by tracing over the edge of the orca. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that carbon paper back there, and I'm going to turn it the dark side to the thing. Then I take anything that I got that I want to use, as long as it's small, and I can take and trace it. And that's what we're going to do now. I have my clouds there, I have my clouds here, I have my water here, and I have my sky there. So what I'm going to do now is all I'm wanting to do, I'm not going to try to trace and draw this whole thing. All I want is a basic outline that I'm going to fill in with paint. But so that I got everything in the place where it's supposed to be, and the size that it's supposed to be, and the angle it's supposed to be, I'm going to trace the outline of this orca whale. And I know that's cheating. Yes, I do. But I know that when I get done here, I'm going to have everything in its proper place. I don't have to worry about messing up, putting one of these fins in the wrong place. It just takes a lot of stress off of me. Could I draw it? Yeah. Could I draw it as well? Probably not. But since I'm going to paint it, and it's going to have my name on it when I get done, I want this thing as near right as it can be. And so therefore, I've drawn my outline. I believe that's all of it. If it isn't, what I don't want to do is move that there before I make sure I've got all my outline. And see, I missed that end of that fin, but guess what? Doesn't matter because I'm going to paint and draw that in anyway. So that's all I did, was just got a basic layout. It's as quick as sketching. It works just as well. Yeah, I suppose you could say that's cheating a little bit, but hey, I'd have never graduated high school if I hadn't cheated just a little bit. So, what we're going to do now is we know where the areas are black. That's why we have a reference photo. I'm going to put that reference photo right there because I want to know I'm putting black where I'm supposed to go. Another filbert brush. Remember I told you that's my favorite brush of all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the black places. Kind of like working with a color book now. Not really, but it is. Kind of the same idea. I just said, Jack, what did you do with the bottom of him? Well, I left the bottom of him off on purpose. Because now, what I'm going to do, got the feeling I got to draw the water him coming out of the water. And so I want to be sure I've got everything that I need when I do that. And I see, I painted those clouds in there, but I don't need them clouds where he is. I want him to be in front of the clouds. That way, he'll look closer to me than the clouds do, and that pushes, if you'll notice in just a minute, you're going to see those clouds start to back up. And it takes just a minute to paint this thing out. And we're going to do that pretty quick. It doesn't take that long, and it's certainly not that hard. I just want to get the general shape of him like he is. And we're about to get it. But now I'm starting to get into little tight areas, so what I'll do now I've got the bulk of him in the black painted. I'm going to switch over to a small filbert brush so that I can get in those little tight areas and make him look a little bit more like he should instead of a big old blob. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, you said, Jack, well, you got a little bit over the line on that one. Yeah, but I can get back over the line with the white and null that out once it sets up a little bit. And that's the reason we're doing this in two parts, because I wanted that background good and dry, because I didn't want to bleed the orange into the black and the red and the white into the black. I wanted it separate because he would look funny being part orange and part white and part black. A little bit of blue here and there, that ain't gonna work. So that's why we're doing it in two parts, so that we had a chance for that background to dry. We're about to get all the black done on him, except for the fins. So we're moving right along. I told him to take about 45 minutes to do both segments, and I think we're going to be pretty close to that. Maybe a little over, but not a whole lot. I'm going to do the first fin, and I'm going to continue to use a small filbert brush because I need to get in some tight areas. And you say, well, Jack, you're not being careful where you don't have to be. You got to be somewhat careful in some areas. But doing the type of painting that we're doing today, no, all I got to do is just kind of get close. And that's why we did this. This is for you beginner. You say, well, Jay, that's complicated. No, it's not. So far, I haven't seen anything complicated. Maybe you have. But I don't understand why you would have, because I haven't done anything but follow the lines and make up my mind where the black was. Well, here's where we didn't get the line out there, right? But I told you, not a problem. We could just draw it in with the paint. Like we did on the first video, we did everything in the paint on that. Well, we're just going to do it here. Now I'm looking at this other fin, and I'm saying, well, this one's a little bit blunt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to add a little bit of an angle to it, and now we got two that looks going to look a little bit more alike. If I don't mess it up. I don't know what you guys have been doing in all this quarantine mess that's going on. But if it hadn't been for painting, I would have probably been, you'd heard and seen me out there on the street somewhere beating my head against the wall or something. I love what I'm doing here. Most of you have heard me say it saved my life, and it has. When my daughter and son-in-law first brought me here, I wasn't worth much of nothing. And Dr. Woodbridge said, Jack, get you a hobby. So I got me a hobby. He said, what do you like to do? And I told him I play golf and fish. He said, well, you can't be doing that. He said, what else? And I said, well, when I was young, I used to draw a little bit with the cartoons. He said, go get you some art supplies. And about an hour and a half later, and $150 later, my daughter had taken me to McDonald's, to Michael's, and we got some art supplies. That's those two pins. All I've got left is the big dorsal pin. And I'm going to paint it now. And we'll be through with the black. Now, does anybody see where that was hard? No. The only thing that you have to do to learn how to paint is conquer that self-doubt and quit saying I can't. Can't do anything. You remember that? I know you've heard that before. But speaking of that quarantine, boy, this is not the world I grew up in. Things are a whole lot different. Things cost a whole lot more too. I remember when haircuts went from a quarter to 50 cents. My daddy started cutting our hair at home. That's a long way back. I just paid $15 for a haircut. So, a big difference between $15 and a quarter. Okay, I'm all through with that. That's all of that. Now all I got left to do is the white and then do more water. If I run out of time, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep right on going, folks. I'm going to finish this thing. We got a little area right here on the side of that thing. This is all orchid. It's a little, for whatever reason, they got a white spot there. Kind of like spots on a dog. They don't know why they got them, but they sure do. So we're putting the spots on this thing, just like they are out there in that ocean. And I do love the ocean. You'll see most of the things I paint are either birds or critters or ocean creatures. Just because I love them. Love to see what I can do with them. Alright, there's that. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do this part of the white. And I believe he's starting to take shape, isn't he? It won't be long now and I'll be having it down there. You'll see how you do the water. I think that's the most interesting part of all. This is that spray in the water that you make. And it's just, everybody says, oh, that's got to be hard. And that's the easiest thing we're going to do today. But everybody thinks it's going to be hard. Well, everybody thought this was going to be hard, but I haven't seen anything hard about it yet. I did get my easel fixed though, so it would stay locked. Now I can't get it unlocked. There we go. Doesn't want to get unlocked now. I just need to turn that so I can keep my hand out of the paint. That's another reason why you want to time the paint is sometimes you don't want to have to be painting over top of wet paint, but a lot of times when you're doing this, if you're not careful, you'll get your hand into that paint. I've got a dowel I use sometimes, but I won't need it today, but if you keep watching these videos, you'll see me use it. But today I'm just going to turn this in the, just out of respect for the time. just about call this a finish up here on that part. Now I got painted belly. We all got one of them. I got more than my share here lately. You say, well, Jack, you ain't got a line there. I said, well, no. But I might want my belly bigger than the one on my reference picture. My colors are certainly different from the reference picture, I guarantee you that. And you know why? Because if I didn't change what I had started with, then I would not have my painting. I'd have somebody else's painting. I'm always going to change at least a little bit everything that I paint from my reference photo. Alright, guess what, folks? Now, this is the fun part. This is the fun part. This is your water. Hey, watch what I'm saying about this being so simple. All I'm doing, well, I don't know, look at there. Then we got some splashes. You say, well, Jack, that's awful white. Well, yes, it is, and that's why we're going to thin it down some here. We're going to thin it down. See, I'm touching a little lighter now. You don't have to bear down quite as hard everywhere. I want some splattering everywhere around him. But we gotta have some shadows in that water too. That sun gonna make some shadows on him. I'm coming here, I'm running down to the last little bit of him.